I'm taking you back to the beginning where several months ago I decided to transform my side yard and make it somewhat of a secret sanctuary cottage garden. We transformed our garbage area and we even expanded our gardens, creating new garden beds, hiding ugly electrical boxes, all of the plants, some that did die, and of course the bricks. The brick pathway is of my Pinterest dreams and we made it happen, starting by digging out, which didn't go so well. So then of course we rented the skid steer, which was a journey in and of itself, but it really got the job done. It was at this point where it really felt like this cottage garden was taking shape and I could start to see the vision, but we still had so much work ahead of us. A lot of rain that was unexpected, lots of puddles and sweat and some tears, but we got our base laid and we were ready for the sand. And then finally the glorious day came where we were ready for the bricks. And all of this exhausting, back-breaking work has led us to today where we are going to add our finishing touches and finally call this space done, or at least done for now. So I hope you enjoy the final completion of our side yard series.
You guys, this is it. This is it, right? Please, you guys, I'm hoping I can get this done. And we are at the final episode of this side yard series. Please, Jesus. We have overcome quite a bit, including humidity, heat exhaustion, rocks, all of the things to get here, you guys. We started by building this garbage enclosure, which feels like a million years ago, and who knew that would be the easiest part of this whole thing. Oh my gosh. So today, all we have left to do in our brick pathway is just cut those extra pieces of brick. I have 4 fully charged batteries. So I'm gonna start with that, and then if for some reason I don't get all my cuts done, I don't have a lot, but if I don't get my cuts done, then we're gonna move to the weeding of the garden, which, holy cow, so many more weeds sprouted up in the since last week, in 1 week. We've had so much rain, which is so good. And it's basically been raining every single night, which again, I'm grateful for because I don't have to water my garden, but it's making the weeds grow too, and we don't love that. But you guys, it's basically the final touches. We got to put sand in the brick edge and then it's cleanup time and we're done. I can have my life back for a minute before we start. Obviously the entire backyard, which is going to be a lot more than this because this was the easy part. This was the small project before the large project. So anyways, my name is Courtney. If you don't know me already, welcome. This is the backyard edit series starting in the side yard. I hope you guys will subscribe because there's a lot more beautiful things to come. Now, let's get going and get this finished.
We are cutting bricks, and not just any old bricks cut in half. We actually have to get pieces, you guys. And I would love to use my hand grinder. However, I got the blade stuck and I can't get it unstuck, even with the help of my husband. So we are using a skill saw, which you are totally able to use. It is a little bit more difficult just because you don't have as much eyesight and control with it, obviously, that you would a hand grinder. But you can see that it worked pretty well. However, not only was it hot, but these batteries were overheating so quickly. So I was able to get maybe 3 pieces cut, not even. And then these batteries were dying on me and it was driving me nuts because I think I had maybe 12 cuts in total and it was taking me hours. You see right there, I had to change out the battery again. And then not only that, but they had to cool off before they could either A, be used again, or B, before they could be charged. So this was a total process. I did not film all of the cuts and all the things because it was just driving me nuts. But even some parts here you can see where the blade just kept starting and stopping and starting and stopping just because of the way that it was hitting the brick. And oh my gosh, it was a bit of a nightmare, but we got it done. And then at some point in all of this, I must have hit a button on my camera. I don't know why this button exists, but sometimes it will either film in slow motion or it will take out the audio. So the audio is completely gone from this clip. And I think I was just basically describing that the bricks weren't working, but also I just basically kept this clip in because what the heck? I had no idea that I had the brick dust under my nose there. It looks like I have like 2 bloody noses. I don't even know what happened there, but I have like a really good respirator, so I don't know why that happened. But anyways, this is me just complaining because it's hot and I don't understand and I just want this done because we only had really 3 parts to this project. One of it was cutting the bricks. The second part is what we're doing now, and that is that we are switching to clearing out the garden. Again, my audio is gone, which I'm so sad about because Harvey actually I think is finally starting to fully comprehend what it is that I do. And he's 4, like, let's not give him that much credit. But he did so much talking in this video and like trying to like move the camera and stuff. It was really cute. But anyways, so we are going to the garden now, just while the batteries are cooling and charging. And I'm just getting out all of the weeds that grew in the meantime so that we can fill up the dirt. So we will fill up the dirt right up to the bricks because we still have to put the paver sand in. And this will obviously level it because you can see I'm missing some dirt, but it will also allow for a sort of backdrop so that way when we put the sand in, it's not just going to seep out all of the cracks on the backside. As you can see, the jasmine has grown beautifully in its 3rd year here. You guys, if you are able to grow this, I know it doesn't grow everywhere and I'm sorry, but I share it when I can because it's incredible. But this is star jasmine and I typically like to buy it at Home Depot because the ones that they sell actually have a really good start to them. They have some nice vines on them. But this, I think I have maybe 3 plants here. There could be 4. I think it's 3. But we planted this 3 years ago. There is an iron gate under here. Really cool, but it did let the passerbys, because this is a side street, look into our backyard, which I did not like. So this was the perfect option for some very quick and beautiful privacy. Not only that, it smells incredible when it blooms. And I may have missed it last year, but I do not remember. It bloomed twice this year. The first one was obviously bigger and more fragrant, but it bloomed a second time and I didn't know that it did that. And it was such a gift because the smell of jasmine is heavenly. Like there's a reason why they charge a lot of money for it in perfumes, although I don't quite know because like it grows like crazy. But oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I'm just cutting off a lot of the new growth that you guys can see. It's basically just tangling. It's kind of creating an unnecessary weight. I mean, obviously the wall can pretty much handle it, but it just felt a little bit chaotic, and so I wanted to make it a little bit cleaner. And then, like I said, this is Hari. I had my main camera and I wasn't filming on my phone at the time, so he was trying to set it up so he could film himself. You guys, my heart is just like in this place of literally savoring all of the moments with him. Like, he is just the best, the sweetest helper. So much love that he wants to give, and he just wants to do it all. And so I think it's because he's probably going to go to school next year, which let's not talk about that because I don't think any of us are ready for that. But yeah, he wanted me to film him cutting this, and I just thought that it was the cutest thing ever, so I had to include that clip, not only for myself but also for you guys, because I know that you guys appreciate him as well. And then over here I was just extending it. This is the lattice that we hung up a couple months ago, and I do have 2 plants, I believe. I'm standing right in front of one that is just like not growing at all, which does not make any sense because it's getting the right amount of water, the leaves are healthy, and it gets sunlight. So I don't quite know what's going on with that. And honestly, I might move it anyways because I don't really need it, and it'll probably just compete with the roots of those 2 trees in front of me. And yeah, this right here is me telling you that I was sweating so bad. You can kind of see my face is red, but I was soaked, like soaking. It was so hot, 95 degrees. 80% humidity, but I was sweating so bad that the sweat was dripping down my face, and it was making my makeup melt off into me and burning my eyeballs. Like literally when I walked inside, my eyeballs were burning, and it was just ridiculous, and I thought I'd share because you guys appreciate that. And then I'd share the other thing that was ridiculous is that we did not have in the forecast that it was supposed to rain. Are you joking me? But I wasn't gonna let that stop me, even though it was actually like crazy lightning and thunder. And I'm so mad that the audio, I'm not mad, but I was so upset that the audio didn't work for these clips specifically. Who cares about me jabbering? But I wanted you guys to hear because the thunder was wild. It was so loud. I did wait out the storm for like 30 minutes. And then when I felt like it was a little bit farther away, that's when I went out here. So obviously do not recommend, don't do this. But you guys, I had a video to get out to you. I was like, I'm doing this one way or the other. So I was gonna get some of the dirt that we had put in the backyard from this area. I was just gonna bring it back. But then I thought about it and I was like, no, I want this soil to be good. And you guys have told me like I should be adding things to the soil because it's clay soil. So I went and I bought just some nicer soil and then a little bit of topsoil to fill this area and kind of give us a kickstart for next year with just a better option than the clay that we have. Y'all, if you can please say a prayer for my 3 remaining arborvitaes, I would be very happy. I had 5 in front of that gate with the jasmine on it, not last year, I believe, but the year before, and all 5 of them slowly died. I will say that that area had a lot of gravel, and I just don't think I dug my holes deep enough, so like I'm just saying that that's what happened. This one was rooted in there, and it's still dead, and I was like, what the heck? But I've just heard horror stories about trying to keep these dang trees alive, and I don't get it because they're everywhere. They were in Canada and they were a beautiful backdrop, and they're here and they're a beautiful backdrop, and I'm like, how do you guys keep these things alive? Because I just lost one. And thankfully, if you guys buy them at Lowe's, which obviously I like to support local nurseries as well, but Lowe's has a 1-year money back guarantee, so I can bring this dead plant in and I will get my $60 back. So that's the one thing I do love about Lowe's, especially because I know that these trees are babies. So let me know. I think like the biggest thing I've seen is that like don't deep water them because they don't like wet roots, but they do like water. So I'm supposed to just do like, it's so high maintenance, but they're so pretty. And so I just like praying that these grow. Honestly, it's probably a good thing I lost that one because again of the placement, but still such a bummer. So I know this is going to be a little abrupt and I'll explain in just a second, but let's take a quick look at that before. That's where I just was in the garden where I have those trees now growing. This is leading out into our backyard and this is where our garbage area was and obviously our main area. And this is how it looks right now. A moment of silence. Can you even? Oh my gosh, it's the Pinterest vision of my dreams. And as much as I want to be quiet because I've talked a lot in this video, I'm so sorry, and let you enjoy it, I need to explain. So you can clearly see that we still need to put some mulch down and we did not get to the polymeric sand, unfortunately, and that is because of the rain. I needed 24 hours for it to fully dry on the bricks before I could put the sand down. Otherwise, it would activate the sand and there would be just sand everywhere. It would just stick to the bricks. It would be a mess. So I couldn't do it. And you might be wondering, well, why didn't you just like wait a day or two? The problem is that I did not do any of this work until Friday. And yes, today is Sunday. And that's because my kids had orientation. My kids had the first day of school was a half day. The second day of school was a half day. And so my time was very limited. However, I did still want to get this video out to you because the little details that I need to add don't fully change what this space looks like. And not only that, I would have loved to add more plants to the front of the garden. However, it's way too hot to be planting and I feel like they would all probably just die. So that is the reason why this isn't quite done, and honestly, it just gives me more to add to it next year. You know, gardens and homes take time. Even those planters there, I do still need to add to those. I'll be doing that in a reel, so make sure you follow me, or in a short. Make sure you're following so you can see that. But you guys, I feel really proud of what we've accomplished, and I will share in short form all the little things getting done. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next Sunday.